guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to be doing something a little different. It's not going to be so much a repair video as my previous uploads, but I'm going to be doing a test video with Duplicolor vinyl and fabric dye. You can see these are the pads out of the seats in my Camaro. I have the Corbeau FX1 seats. The thing with these seats, you could tell they're very faded. After a while they fade, they become this like purple color. They look just really terrible. I hate the way it looks. These are actually extra pads I have because when I got the seats, I bought them used. I ended up buying 2 new pads because this one had like a little burn hole in it. You can see there. They're a little roughed up, the same with this one. So I just wanted them to be perfect, so I went and ordered another set of pads from Corbeau. So I have these 2 here to play with. I figured, hey, I mean, I'm going to replace these seats, but I have this stuff laying around. If it comes out terrible, these are going in the garbage anyway. So I might as well try it out. I have nothing to lose. If it comes out good, hell, I might just go ahead and spray the seats and then I'll keep them a little longer if it actually looks really good. So I've used this stuff before. It works well. I've used it on door panels. It actually works really, really well. It's as long as you prep everything good, it comes out nice. My only complaint is it's a little bit glossy. Like you spray this, like it is like gloss black. It doesn't look like a regular, you know, black car interior. It's just really shiny. But as far as the fabric goes, I think it's going to work good because this isn't like a regular kind of seat fabric. It's not really like a high ply fabric. It's more of like a durable synthetic material. So I think this is going to stick really good. I've already washed these pads. I threw them in the washing machine. I'm just going to give them a quick vacuum because they have been sitting around just to give this stuff the best chance of working. So I'm going to grab the vacuum these up, and then we'll get to spraying them. Alright, vacuuming is finished. I'm just going to take some tape and put it over the Corbeau here. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to want to mask this off if this actually comes out good and I want to do all the seats, because it's kind of difficult to go around all these letters and I don't know if it's going to bleed through over to the white. So being it's just this test seat down here isn't really faded, I'm just going to go straight across and just spray it on kind of light in this area just so it doesn't bleed through. Instructions. Let's see what it says just for the hell of it. Hold can 6 to 10 inches from surface to be sprayed. Press spray button firmly. Use steady, even strokes, moving spray rapidly back and forth. Avoid runs and sags. Apply several thin coats. This is a seat, so it's not like we're spraying a door panel, so I don't think I have to go too light on the coats. I'm going to start spraying it light just to see how it looks. But I'm probably going to have to end up putting heavy, thick coats on this just because it's really going to soak up the paint. So these are cleaned, vacuumed. Let's get spraying. Alright, so that's one coat. I put that on pretty thin. And I gotta say, just from that thin one coat already, the seat looks way better than it was before. So I think this is actually going to turn out really good. You can see here from the old seat, that's where it still is black, where it was kind of tucked under the seat back, and this is where it faded. And right away, you can already tell that just that one thin coat definitely made a pretty noticeable difference. I'm going to put a few more on here. I don't know what it says between coats, how long you want it to dry. It says allow paint to become tacky between coats. It doesn't say how long that is, so I'm just going to wait it out a few minutes and then I'll put another coat on it. Alright, it's been a few minutes. The paint's kind of tacky, it's not really coming off my hands. Plus this is a fabric, so I don't have to worry about runs or anything anyway, so I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to put this coat on a little thicker. number 2, same thing. I'm gonna let this sit a little while, then I'll come back and hopefully, I think I'll only need one more coat because this is already looking pretty good. I just gotta see when it dries if it's gonna lighten up at all. I'm gonna apply one more coat, same thing. I'm gonna lay this on thick, and then I'm gonna just let it sit for maybe a half hour, and I'll come back, pull off the tape, see what it looks like. This coat I'm just gonna run in this direction, just so you know you overlap the coats, so you can get every little crevice and into all the seams without having any color issues at different angles. Alright, so it's been about a half hour since I sprayed this thing. I put one light coat and then I put 2 thick coats on it. And it feels dry to me. I mean, there's nothing on the can that says how long you're supposed to let it sit. Absolutely nothing at all, so I think it's going to be alright. But I'm going to pull the tape off here. Alright, wow, that actually came out perfect. So you could see there's absolutely, maybe a little bit over here, but for the most part, I mean, you can't even tell. There's absolutely no bleed through, so that's good. But you could see this made a huge difference compared to the other seat. I don't know how well the camera's picking this up because the way the light's hitting it, these indentations, it looks a little light. But, I mean, it is black. This, you could clearly see. It's still purple. It's all, like, dirty looking. This thing, it looks like the seat was new. I mean, the only thing you're going to see the imperfections, like here and here, which is why I replaced the pads to begin with. But I think if I spray this in my car with the good cushions, it's going to look like new. I mean, even feeling, it's not rough. It feels, yeah, it feels basically how the seat was when it was new, like under here. It's kind of smooth down here from sitting on it, but under here, where it's still like fresh, it feels pretty much exactly how this does. And I mean, as far as rubbing on your clothes, that's really my only concern. I don't know if sitting in this after a while, if it's going to like come into your clothes and stain them, but yeah, I mean, it was only a half hour, and this shows no sign at all of coming off. So I'm really happy with that. I'm definitely going to probably go and do both the seats in my car. So, I mean, for the money, a can of this stuff, opposed to just getting new seats, I think it's really worth it. Alright, so that just about wraps this video up. If you liked what you saw, be sure to subscribe. This stuff is definitely great. I'm sure going to go and use it on the rest of my seats. And yeah, if any of you guys had experience using this stuff before, if you used it on fabric seats, leather seats, anything really, let me know if you had any problems, you know, later on with either rubbing off on clothing or fading. For now, it seems like a really good, cheap, cost-effective way to go to really restore your seats.